Hi everyone, this is Professor Veerappa Chikkagoda from Cambridge Institute of Technology. In the previous video, I explained about 8051 timer. Now we'll understand how to write assembly language program for generating a square wave using 8051 timer in mode 1 programming. So let us see the mode 1 programming, what are the characteristics and the operation. So it is a 16-bit timer. Therefore, it allows a value of 4 zeros to 4 FH to be loaded into the timer register TL and TH. So, since mode 1 is a 16-bit register, so we can load a TL and TH with the 8-bit and 8-bit. So, totally it will become a 16-bit value. So, any 16-bit value you can load. So, if you take a minimum value of both zeros, if you load TL with the TH, both zeros, so it will generate all zeros to all 4 FH, means total 65,536 counts you can get from this. Then this counts multiplied by the time period you are going to generate the delay. That is our first thing we need to understand in mode 1 programming. So after TL and TH is loaded with the values, that is 16-bit initial value, the timer must be started. This is done by an instruction called SETB-TR0 for timer 0 and SETB-TR1 for the timer 1. After the values are loaded into TL and TH and the value is started, means your initial value, whatever you loaded in TL and TH, once a timer is started, continuously it will be incrementing these values and it will reach a maximum. That is 65,536, that is 4 FH. Once it reaches 4 FH, it rolls back to 0. So when it reaches maximum, we are continuously monitoring the TF, that is a timer flag. So timer flag will set 1 if it reaches maximum. So again, if you want to repeat the same, so we need to clear the timer flag. So again, one more thing, when it reaches maximum, we can stop the timer by using an instruction called CLR-TR0 or CLR-TR1. Either timer 0 or timer 1 respectively we can use. So in that case, we can stop the timer. So once the timer reaches its limit and rolls over, in order to repeat the process, the register TH and TL must be reloaded with the original value and TF must be reset to 0. So these are the operations we need to follow in order to write the assembly code. So let us see the steps, exact steps we use in writing assembly code. So the first step will be configuring the TMOD register. Either you are using timer 0 or timer 1 in mode 1 operation. So we need to configure the TMOD register. So TMOD register is 8-bit. Upper 4 bits are used for timer 1, lower 4 bits are used for timer 0. If you want to use second step would be you need to load TL and TH values initial count to generate a particular delay, and we need to calculate the values. So in the next slide, I'll explain you how to calculate the TL and TH values for generating a particular delay. So now once the values are loaded into TL and TH, start the timer, it will start counting up. Then we need to monitor continuously the means the TF flag, whether it becomes 1 or 0. So if it is 0, continuously it will be means the timer will be incrementing. Once a timer reaches limit, TF becomes 1. That is indicated by this particular instruction, JNB TF X target, jump if not bit. So if there is no bit, it will means it will be jumping the same target. So it will be there in the same loop. So once it is set, it will become false, then it will come out of the loop. When it comes out of the loop, TF must be high, means it is high, then we need to clear it for the next round. So stop the timer when it reaches a maximum, clear the TF for the next round, then go back to the step 2 to load the TH and TL again. So these are the 7 steps we use in generating a square wave or a pulse or any delay. So first we need to load TMOD register, then we need to load a TL and TH register, then we need to write the instruction for starting the timer, then we need to continuously monitor this whether timer reaches a limit. Then once it is reached, okay, we need to stop the timer using the instruction clear TR0 or TR1. Then we need to clear the TF for the next round. Again, we need to go back to the next round, means we need to initialize the TL and TH values. This is how we need to understand the steps involved in writing the assembly language program in mode 1. So let us now understand for a particular pulse width or a particular frequency of the square wave, how to calculate the values of TL and TH register. So let us see with an example. If your crystal oscillator is 11.0592 megahertz, we can use the following steps for finding the TH and TL register values. So here, before going for the next step, we need to understand if the crystal oscillator is 11.0592 megahertz, what should be the timer means the timer period. So this frequency should be divided by the 12. Again, whatever the frequency you'll get, that you need to take the reciprocal, then you are going to generate the time period. So in this is 1.085 microsecond is the time period for the given crystal frequency. So first step is you need to divide the desired time delay by 1.085 microsecond. So that is here desired time delay here we require is 5 milliseconds. Assume that we want 5 milliseconds. So that should be divided by 1.085 microsecond. So that is going to generate you a total count. Means how many number of times means the timer should do incrementing from the initial value. This is not the initial value. So many counts you are generating. So initial value we need to calculate that to be loaded into a TL and TH. So next step is we need to, for example, if you want to calculate the initial value, we need to perform this. We need to subtract 65,536 minus n, whatever the decimal we got. Otherwise, 4fh minus n plus 1 we need to do. That is here the count. So where n is a decimal value, we get in step 1. That means minus 4,600, you are going to get 60,928. If we convert this into hexadecimal, you are going to get 0000. This is the actual initial value we need to load into TL and TH. Why? Because this value, if you calculate, okay, that is loaded into a TL and TH like this, 0000. So 0000 from this onwards, you are counting up. So timer, when it starts, it will start incrementing this 0000 till 4fh. So in that case, you are totally generating 4,608 counts. That multiplied by 1.085 microsecond is going to generate 5 millisecond delay. So this is calculation is very simple. If you want to perform in hexadecimal, you can do like this: 4f minus YYXX if it is in hexadecimal, the count plus 1 into 1.085 microsecond is going to generate the delay it is desired. If you want to calculate in a decimal, so you can do this same way, 65,536 minus the count in decimal multiplied by 1.085 microsecond is going to generate a desired delay. These things we need to understand in order to write the assembly language programming. So let us see with one example. In this example, they asked you to generate a square wave with a square wave on port P1.5 with a pulse duration of 5 milliseconds and mode 1 program using timer 0. So here first step could be what we need to understand. We need to load a TMOD register first. So you need to visualize your timer means the TMOD register. We are using timer 0. Timer 1 is not used. So upper 4 bits of TMOD register is all zeros, 4 zeros. So that bit becomes 0 in hexadecimal. Lower 4 bits, it is 0, 0, gate and C/T bar. M1, M0 becomes 0, 1. So 0, 0, 0, 1 indicates 1. So totally you will be getting 0, 1 as a value for the TMOD. So first step would be that. So first we need to write origin 0, 0. Then TMOD register is 0, 1. We can write like this. Then we need to load the values TL and TL0 and TH0 with a EE00 for 5 milliseconds. So in the previous slide we calculated that. So EE00 is going to generate so many counts that multiplied by 1.085 microsecond is going to generate desired time delay. Once it is loaded, then we need to write CPLP 1.5 to toggle this particular pin every 5 milliseconds so that it will generate a square wave. Then call a delay. It will go to a delay where you are going to generate a 5 millisecond delay. So after loading the TL and TH0 values, start the timer. So set bit TR0, it is going to start the timer. Then we need to monitor. So for that we write this particular instruction JNB TF0 again. So it will be remaining here itself till means your timer is reached a maximum value. So it remains here itself till your timer double 0 should become double F. Then it will be set. Then it will come out of the loop. Here we need to clear TR0, means stop the timer. Then clear the timer flag for next round. So then we need to write RET where you branched. So it will go to sjump here. So RET after completing means the subroutine for generating the delay. After RET, it will go to sjump. Sjump here. So here again you are loading. So continuously it will be running, and in that it will be toggling. So this is the code which is going to generate the means your square wave. So let us see this generation of the square wave using this program. So I'll explain you in the Keel software under Microvision. So let us see under Microvision software. So I have written the code already here. Instead of wasting time creating the project and all. So directly I have written this code without a subroutine. In the previous, whatever I explained, we have used a delay program. Here you can understand with the steps, 7 steps what we learned. So initially we are starting with 00H address location origin. Tmod register is loaded with 01. TL0 is loaded with 00. TH0 is loaded with double EH. Again toggling. Set the timer. Once you set the timer, we need to monitor with this instruction. CLR TF0, clear the TF0, clear the timer, means stop the timer. sjump again. So once it is generated 5 milliseconds, again you are generating for high pulse and low pulse. Like that, you are going to generate the square wave. So this is a code you are written for generating a square wave using mode 1 programming. So I'll select this file and let us translate this, check whether any syntax errors. So here it is showing 0 errors, 0 warnings. So we can build this. Then we can go for debug in order to start the session, debug session. So once if you do like this, it will automatically open this if it is previously open. Otherwise you can cancel it, and you can see how we can see these peripherals. So waveforms you can observe using a logic analyzer. So open the logic analyzer. If you want to see the toggling of the IO port, what you have chosen port 1, so you can put here like this. So if you run the program, you observe the toggling of this particular pin, and here it will square wave will be generated with a desired delay. So I have chosen here 5 millisecond is already there as a grid. This grid occupies 1 pulse. That you are going to generate a 5 millisecond duration of the pulse. So let us start this code, run this code. So this is how code is generated here. So it is generated a square wave, and here port pin 1.5 is toggling. So it is generating, means it is toggling with respect to every rising edge of this clock. So this is how we can write a assembly language program to generate a square wave. So thank you all for watching this.